Go out on Fridays.
Eat pizza.
And watch the Broncos.
Eat pizza.
Even though Mr. is a bandwagon.
No, I'm not. No, you're the bandwagon.
No.
The Broncos are winning games now. I like the Eagles when they got Michael Vick, redemption. The Eagles only made the playoffs once in the last several years.
But he was a good player.
My grandparents moved into this house about 50, 60 years ago. They were one of the first African-American families on this block. This is the block that really helped me form and become the person I am today. This was a block that was a beautiful block with beautiful people who loved themselves, loved their neighborhood, loved their community, loved their city. And we're all about service. We're all about giving back. We did everything here. We played football. We go from that pole to that pole and play football. There used to be a no parking sign right here. That used to be one first down. Fire hydrant over there used to be another first down. We used to play a game called Big Boots, which people in Newark hopefully know. It's a combination of football and dodgeball.
I think it's exciting. He's always spoke about it. He always said, I want to run. I want to, eventually I want to come back to Newark and serve. I want to be mayor. So that it's exciting to be with somebody through the journey. It's cool because in retrospect, I can kind of see how Shavar was very deliberate about everything that he did to be ready. Not to just run, but be ready, have skills that he can offer the community. I want us to have safer streets and neighborhoods, more job opportunities for Newarkers, more opportunities for Newark-based businesses to grow, more opportunities for every child, every baby in the city to have access to a world-class education. What's up, my brother?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Good, man. We just getting footage from the old neighborhood, man. How you doing?
Good to see you, man.
Good. How you been?
Everything's
How's
good,
the
man.
family, bro?
Everybody doing good.
Good, man. How's your father, man?
He's doing all right. That's what I'm taking care of now.
Shavar grew up right here on this block, running little snotty-nosed kid.
No, just in the South Shore, murders up 70% the last 4 years. 70%.
Horrible.
You know?
I mean, it's rough back down there. My mama tell me all the time, come over, but before it gets dark, you go home. So that's how it is on Bergen Street. That's the way it is. Yeah.
I didn't even know you were related to the Stanley.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. We were always outside. And one thing that pains me now is communities just really aren't outside now because of the levels of violence. So we had our difficulties, but we're always outside with each other, fellowshipping, talking to one another, engaging one another, and that really fostered community. I went to go live with my mom for a couple years. When she got on her feet, she would meet a gentleman who became abusive. Became a very difficult domestic violence situation. Shortly after that, we fled. I mean, in my neighborhood in Newark, we had fights in the neighborhood, but I never see any of that in my household. My grandfather was a gentle person. We left our apartment, and we're based in hiding. Didn't want him to know where we were. November 25th, 1905, she went to work, and she told me she was going to take me to see Rocky IV, which was coming out that Wednesday. And I was a big Rocky fan. Loved all the Rockies. The Rocky III before that was with Mr. T and Clubber Lang and all of that. So I was excited about Rocky IV. The commercials made it look epic, with Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago and I Must Break You. And she said, we're going to do that this week. We've had a tough period. We want to get away and just enjoy ourselves. But I would never get that opportunity with her. He went to the workplace and she didn't make it out. He would ultimately kill her, which was horrible. I came back, my father popped up, who I hadn't really seen much at all. He was very young when I was born, and he really wasn't ready to deal with fatherhood. I wouldn't see him much. I barely remember what he looks like. We didn't really have a relationship. I don't remember us ever doing anything together. I don't remember us doing anything together. I come home, he's gone. No note, no anything. And I would never see him again. My grandfather, my mother's father, he was really like the father figure. He was always there for me, always supportive, a man of character, man of integrity. Just an unbelievable person. And I can tell my story, but I think about my grandparents, that tends to get me the most emotional because they're just unbelievable people. And that's when my grandmother came and got me and brought me back here to Harding Terrace on the second floor. And it began to turn my life around. She was tough. I mean, she was very disciplined. She was a character. She was hilarious. She had an anecdote for every situation. She was relentless about education. She was uncompromising that you're going to go to school every day and you're going to do the best you can and you're going to work hard in school. That's how I got to Senior Prep, was through a scholarship from the Boys and Girls Club. They tapped me on the shoulder one day and they asked me to fill out this paperwork. I'm like 12, 13 years old. Didn't know what it was. I filled it out. And they told me a few weeks later I'm getting a scholarship to go to a place called Seton Hall Prep. And I didn't know what Seton Hall Prep was. And my grandma didn't really know what it was, but she said, that's what you're going to do. And first, even the shock, we had a uniform, we had the cardigan, the deep V cardigan with the seal and all of that I didn't necessarily want to wear. When I was in college, I got a scholarship, that enabled me to go to college. People in my family didn't have the money to pay for school. People in my neighborhood didn't. But even when I'm in school, I would get care packages from people in my neighborhood. They would send me toothpaste. They would send me towels. They would send me music tapes, DJ Ron G, people may remember back in the day. Def Comedy Jam videos, just so I could kind of get away. Letters, we love you. Don't stop, we're proud of you. So I feel every step of the way the community put me on its back. Because as I got older, the kids I grew up with weren't talking as much about their dreams and their possibilities. They started talking about what was not possible for them. And how are you a teenager and you're already beginning to think that your wildest dreams for some reason aren't possible. Whereas at the prep, it was you can do anything and everything you put your mind to if you're willing to work hard to achieve it. And I realized that my friends, my boys, who I loved, were increasingly in environments in which the expectations were not aligned with their greatness. And once your normal becomes beneath you, you're being set up for a life beneath your fullness of your possibility. So for a while I wanted to be a prosecutor. When I got to college, I thought I may want to go into business, make a lot of money, and try to change the world that way. But I actually interned with Congressman Payne when I was in college, who was our congressman here for Newark, and really realized law and policy is where I wanted to make a difference. And after 4 years at Duke, I loved Duke. I had an amazing time, some of the best years of my life, but I was ready to get back to the city. So I applied to Columbia. I find that many people go to law school really not sure what they want to do. And that sometimes can cause people to have a very disappointing experience. I knew I wanted to be a public interest lawyer, civil rights attorney, and so I was very intentional about doing that. I was Assistant Attorney General there, helped oversee the crime plan for the state. We did education cases where we sued the state to put more money and resources in our Newark public schools, special ed cases, more resources for our kids with special needs in Newark, mortgage fraud, helping families in Newark and in other places who were subject to predatory lending, domestic violence, which matters a lot to me for obvious reasons, voting rights cases, you name it. Part of what's going on, man, a lot of parents pulling their kids out.
Oh.
They ain't even send them to Carver like they used to. Man.
So why is he closed a week right now?
Well, I'm not tolerating that, and that's not going to happen. I can promise you that. I met with the superintendent myself. That's not going to happen. Now, she is talking about bringing some additional programs there. Because part of what's happening, man, Weequahic has like space for like 1,200 kids, and it's probably about 300, 400 kids right now, about 350. Yeah. Because a lot of parents send their kids to charter schools. They send them to other schools.
That's because of the trouble up in there in the areas. You know what I'm saying? If they clean it up, the kids will come right back into the school, man. Don't nobody want their kids at home.
That's it. So I just love this neighborhood, and I love my city, and that's why we're running. We love this city. I know what the city is meant for me, and we want to make sure that the city is a vibrant, thriving, affirming place, where the next generation of young people can fulfill their dreams and their potential. Please share this video with your friends and with your networks. Post it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. To join our movement, please text Newark to 83224. We're all in for Newark, and together we'll make this happen.
He likes dancing.
Oh,
He
right.
likes to dance. What kind of dancing does he like?
He does this.
That's true.
What he does?
Yeah. It's his power move.
Can you
That's
do
how
it
he
for
won
me?
me over.